Hello, 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 and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth, and on this channel, we talk about how to build your spiritual confidence so you can listen to your intuition and read your tarot cards with ease. And today, I am going to be talking to you about our August Tarot Challenge. I am so excited. I'm so excited. We're actually getting started. And I know it's logical to start in January, but this is a challenge that you can start at any time. I don't want people saying, oh no, I have to wait till January, which is what? August, September, October, November, December. It's too far away. It's too far away. And you'll put it off and you won't do it. So get started. Even today, it's the 2nd of August today. I'm running a little bit late, but that's okay. Because even on the 2nd of August, you can start reading, because the way my journal's set up, you can keep track of all your cards and just do your readings and it's all good. So I wanted to actually talk to you today a little bit about how to get started with the journal. And I wanted to talk to you about how you can link your tarot cards with your questions that are in our topic of mindfulness for this August. So our topic of mindfulness is about how you can be more present in your life. And it's a timeless topic, isn't it? Because all the time we talk about how we can be more present, that life gets so busy, and particularly if you've got lots of responsibilities, whatever they may be, whether it's elderly parents, children, partner, family, your work, home management, all of those things, friends that might need you. Life gets really busy, and sometimes it can be really hard to actually find a moment to center and to really focus in on yourself and just realize that it's really important to kind of be in the moment no matter what you're doing, so that you sort of have a conscious way of tracking your way through life. So that's what we're going to focus on in this topic of mindfulness for the whole month of August. And how we're going to try and focus ourselves is by reading the tarot. Now, I want to make this tarot reading super easy for you in the challenge. So the idea of the challenge is you pull one card a day. That's why I've called it a card a day tarot challenge. If you want to pull more than one card, you can. Absolutely, you can pull more than one card. You can do a 3-card reading where you have now hang on, I've got to make sure I go. I'm just thinking past, present, future is the right way for you to be looking at me reading it. Anyway, you know what I mean. If you have a 3-card reading and you just do a basic past, present, future reading, is a really good way to just engage and think, how can I answer this question and practice my reading? But if you're super busy and you think, oh gosh, even the thought of starting a journal, it's just too much for me, Elizabeth. I've got kids screaming. I've got people living with me because of COVID. I've lost my job. I've got no blah, blah, blah. Whatever's going on for you, I'm going to show you a way that you can do a 1-card a day challenge that is going to keep you reading and learning the tarot, because the tarot is one of these things. It's kind of like when you first look at all the cards, you think, oh, there's 78 cards in the deck. How will I ever learn them all? But if you can just pull a card a day, even if all you can do is focus on that card and think about the first thoughts that come into your head when you look at that card, that is a huge step forward in just even familiarizing yourself with what each one of the cards are. Because then, and look, I have to tell you, life changes. Believe me, if I could tell you my life story of how my life has changed in the blink of an eye, like quite literally, it started when I was about 9 and I came home from school. And life changed, like within 6 months, it was very different. And then I had another change at 13, which involved moving to another state in Australia. And that was a huge change that happened like that in the blink of an eye. I met my husband in the blink of an eye, and that changed my life. You know, just when life feels like it's never going to be any different and you feel totally overwhelmed, things can shift. So please, you know, if you're feeling like you're really despairing at the moment, just focus in one moment at a time. Stick with your mindfulness. Stick with the moment. And if you can only do a very basic card draw, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute when we spin the camera around, which if you're used to my channel, you'll know that's going to happen in a minute. I have to use my camera arm. I bought myself a camera arm. I have to use it. And Prince Charming's helping me with video editing. I mean, even that's a huge thing. It wasn't so long ago. People that have followed me for a long time will know that my videos were pretty average and things were pretty all over the place because I was doing everything on my own. Everything. And then Prince Charming retired and now he's helping me, which has made a huge difference. So I'm going to show you how to do a really quick tarot reading. Now, I had a question in our Facebook group. If you haven't joined the Facebook group, please become part of my community. And as part of that, you will get the Facebook group link and you'll be able to come into my community and we all chat in there about the tarot. It's fabulous. She asked the question, I feel really stuck because I've got the question for the month of August, which is mindfulness. And then I look at the card I've drawn and I can't reconcile the two. I don't know how the question relates to the card. Now, I'm going to show you how I'm going to process that really quickly in a minute when we spin the camera around. But what I will say to you is that step of processing from the question to the card is a great step for you to practice, because if a client is sitting in front of you, whether you're doing a free reading for a friend or you're doing readings for money, they might come in and ask you the most complicated question and you'll lay out your cards and each card will have a position on the spread, although I see a very talented reader and she looks like she's doing a spread, and I said to her, oh, I can see you're reading the Celtic Cross. And she said, no, I just read intuitively. And she just throws all the cards down and away she goes. And she's amazing. She's amazing. And everyone, you know, when they get really confident with the cards, finds their own way of doing things. But you'll have to, getting back to the question, you'll have to be able to relay that question. You'll have to be able to take that question and apply it to what the tarot is telling you. So this is a really good way, and don't overwhelm yourself. Don't say, well, if this is something that you really resonate with, don't say, oh, well, you know, I can't, you know, like I have to lay out more cards, because that'll only make it worse. Just do one card. Just do one card. And my strongest advice to you is think about when you look at the card. I've got meanings for you in the journal that I'll show you, little meanings that give you a trigger as to the meaning of the card. Think about how it applies to you, because that is the most effective way to remember the cards. So you'll notice on this channel, I go into great detail explaining the symbolism of the Rider-Waite-Smith, because it's a world-renowned deck and there's a reason for that. It's a wonderful teaching deck. If you can learn that deck inside out, you learn spiritualism. It is amazing. But you don't need to, like, if you listen to me tell you all that, that's great. You don't need to learn it. And I certainly don't learn it. I make no secret of the fact I have all my notes there when I'm talking to you. But it helps you to get a sense of what the card means from a deeper level. Then when you look at the card, what I want you to do is not say, I have to remember the meaning of the card from the deeper level of what Arthur-Waite wanted, blah, 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 blah. What you need to do is have that deeper meaning in your head, in a bit of a cloudy, doesn't have to be perfect, there's no exam, and then I want you to apply it to yourself. And if you struggle with that, I want you to think about some keywords. Just some keywords that come to you. Whatever comes to the top of your mind with a sense of what the card means. I don't want you to not have a sense of what the card means. I don't want you to pull that out of the air. And the reason I don't want you to is the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this one here. For those of you who aren't sure, as soon as you see it, you'll know what I mean. This gorgeous thing here. The moment you look at these cards and the moment you get a sense of what they are, you can really read any deck because most decks follow this deck. So they'll have a Fool card, they'll have a Magician, they'll have a Six of Coins or whatever. And usually the meanings are pretty much the same. So that's why I don't encourage you to just pull the meaning out of the air. I don't think that's a good idea. I think it's important for you to actually have a sense of what the card means and then apply it to yourself. So let's spin the camera around. I'm going to go a little bit deeper into this idea of I don't resonate with the question. And I'll show you how I'm doing my journal. I actually had all these ideas of doing all this deeper writing. And I've just been so busy at the moment that I thought, okay, well, I'm busy. Other people are busy. Let's have a look at how we can make this so easy. Because honestly, I'm not into this thing of just learn the tarot in 5 minutes. I am going to do a little course on tarot fundamentals, which I think you'll love, along with my Connect with Your Deck course, which is also, they're all free and they'll have journals that you'll be able to purchase to go along with the course if you want to, or you can just watch along. That's my little gift to the world with all the struggles we've had with COVID. If people can get onto YouTube, I can help you learn the tarot. So let's spin the camera around. Prince Charming is going to work his magic. We're going to spin the camera around and I'm going to show you my journal. Take care, everybody. See you in a minute. Hello, everybody. I'm back and here is my gorgeous journal, which I have put together especially to take us through the challenge. And I do hope that you'll think about purchasing my journal as well. Now, these are the instructions, which I'm not going to go through now because I've got a previous video that I show you all of those in. And then, now this is in A5 size. Now, if you are in America, please don't go hunting for A5 size. A5 is the rest of the world. US is half letter, Happy Planner size, which apparently covers Erin Condren and a lot of the other planners, which I haven't actually really looked at and probably should. And US letter size. The rest of the world is A4. This comes in A4 and I told my printer to resize it to A5. And I talked a lot about that in the original video. So these are my symbols. You don't have to use these. You can make your own. And then we're going to go all the way through until we find August. And I've made a start here and I've been super busy, but I've managed, where have I put it? August. Back here. Oh, here we are. I've made a start. Now this sheet has 2 sides. So this is King of Wands. So I can write for yesterday. If I want to, I can put King of Wands. Now, these are rub out pens. So if I make a mistake, I've got a rub out on the end. These are by Friction. If you're in Australia, I think Officeworks have their own home brand of these too, which are a little bit cheaper. And I've got the questions here. So our second question is, how can I pause and notice? So what I'm going to do is, I'm actually filling out this side. I may fill out both sides yet. So I'm going to put a little symbol in there. So I'm going to pull a card. So I'm going to focus on how can I pause and notice. And I'm just going to pull a card, make it really simple. Oh, Page of Cups. Goodness me, what's going on? I'm getting all these Royal Arcana cards. Ah, Page of Cups. So Page of Cups is about creativity, emotional creativity, starting new things. It's about new ideas and creative fertility. You can see here the lotus flowers on his jacket, the blue, which is always symbolized with water and emotion, and the fish, which is about new thoughts and ideas. So I'm going to put, now I'll show you how to use my, what have I got here? My symbols. So we would use cups and we would use a P for page. So I'm going to put a cup here and then a P for page, like that. I'll write page of cups on this side. Oh, my pen. No, that's not allowed. There's another one. Page of cups. Okay, so how can I pause and notice is the question. So how am I going to put, how am I going to attach this to the question? So what this is calling me to do is to look at the new ideas and new things that are coming into my life. When you read Royal Arcana cards, they are the hardest card in the deck to read. They can indicate somebody new coming into your life. So it may be that what this card is calling me to do is to notice the young, and of course, pages are young and female. We know that from just the way the deck is put together. So it could be that what the deck is saying to me is there is a young female with lots of ideas that is going to be coming into your life and creating a shift and a change. So you need to pause and notice the people coming into your life. It could be the emotion that's in this card. So we're looking at the meaning of the card and we're applying it to the question. Now, if you're still struggling with that, that could be because your knowledge of the card is really in a space where you're struggling to sort of know what the card means anyway. So what I'm going to show you is if I go across to cups, which is blue. Now these here I bought at Officeworks. I'm actually in the process of designing some new ones because I think these are a bit sad and the hole was in the wrong spot and everything. But I haven't done it yet. But when I do have them, I will show you because I want to do something here that's going to help you with remembering the cards. So if we go in here and we look for Page of Cups, we'll see a meaning here. The Page of Cups represents young energy and creative inspiration. And so what are the key words that we think apply to us that also apply to the meaning and relate to this question of how can I pause and notice? Now, if we have a look, I've got some keywords here to start you off: artistic, intuitive, and focused. If you have a look on here, I've also got some keyword cheat sheets that you can look up. And you'll see that I've got the keywords here for positive, which are artistic, intuitive, and focused. And also on the back, if you're feeling that the card has a negative meaning for you, you can look up Page of Cups and you've got naive, irrational, and daydreaming. So where I've got the card upside down, some people read upside down cards. I don't, but some people do. So I always have both positive or upright and negative reversed. A reverse card in a reading, when you're reading the tarot, doesn't necessarily mean that it's negative, although it usually does. And if you don't read reverse cards like I don't, I can often take a negative meaning to a card because of what the cards are surrounded with. And as I teach you more and more about the individual cards, I'm actually going to go into that and look at how cards around a card actually influence the meaning of it. So make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell so that you don't miss my uploads. And of course, it'd be great if you want to become part of the challenge. You can also register for the challenge, and that will be down in the description box and in the comments for you. So these are my keyword cheat sheets, and I have these available on my Etsy shop. I've got a little bit about the classical elements here to help you kind of understand why. I've got black and white here for you, for those of you that don't like printing color, and I've got color here. And you've got purple for the major arcana, which is the traditional color. You've got fire, which is red, water, which is blue, air, which is yellow, and earth, which is green. So it basically then just links you in with the elements, which is a great way to help remember the cards. So if you would like one of my keyword cheat sheets, I will also put a link to those in the comments. So we are just going to write 2nd of August 2021. And we're going to put some keywords down here. Now, why have I got these sheets? The idea is, what I wanted you to do was keep your dates and your keywords, and I'm going to get a sticky note and put it over the top of, I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to get a little sticky note and stick it over the top so I don't have to look at the keywords underneath if I happen to open this particular page of my journal again. And my thoughts were, for those of you who pull the same card over and over again, you'll start to gather some keywords, or you can write some thoughts about it. There's 2 sides to the page, so that you can start to get a sense of why perhaps this card keeps appearing. And, you know, it can happen where you keep getting the same card appearing in front of you and you think, why is this happening? Why am I constantly getting, you know, the Page of Cups? What is the message Spirit or the Tarot is trying to give me? So what are the keywords for me? So for me, when I look at this card, how can I pause and notice? This is about inspiration and new ideas. So I need to be thinking about the new things that are around me. So I need to be to tune in. So I need to be, I would say, intuitive. Perhaps, you know, to pause and notice is about being more creative. This is a card of creative inspiration. So maybe I need to be more creative and more inspirational. Now, if that even feels too much for you, linking in how you feel and linking it back to the question and looking at the card, if that's too much for you, you can read the question, maybe think about what the question means to you without the tarot, write about that, then pull a card, then look at what keywords link up with your feelings about the question that come from the card. Might be really helpful. And if all of that feels like it's too much, if the best you can do is to actually just keep filling out your journal. So if the best you can do, if we come all the way back here to August, if the best you can do is this and this, and fill out your squares so that you're ready to do all of your percentages and reflection questions and things at the end, when we look at the whole of August, when I do another training with you at the end, then that's fine. That is better. Looking at this card and thinking, what do I know about the Page of Cups? What can I notice? How can I pause and notice the Page of Cups? What do I notice about it? And you can write about that even to help you learn the cards. If the best you can do even is to just look at the card and internalize it and say, this is the Page of Cups. Don't forget, it's got the young man that is actually a feminine energy. and there's the cup and they hold the fish, and it is about youthful, creative inspiration. If that's all you can remember, and it's a card that sometimes indicates people, and sometimes we read the emotion from the card. If that's all you can if that's all you can do, that is better than not doing anything about your tarot study at all, and then starting to feel resentful that you're not doing anything for yourself. And this is a way, I really wanted to design a way to keep you going, and I wanted to make it flexible. So I've got these daily tarot reading sheets. So I did one in July. Look, I've been so busy, I haven't done it. But you can see here, I did one in July, and I put the card symbol, we put keywords, I put the question, I put wrote about the symbols on the card. There's all these questions to guide you, and you can do that, or you can just put your question, you put your card symbol, and then just write about it, which is why I've got these notes pages in there. But if you feel you can't do that, that's okay. You can just do this like that and make it really simple, and just use these sheets is enough for you, and just do your internal thinking about each card. And then when we get together at the end, we're going to make sense of all of this data. So we're actually going to have a whole month's reading out of all of these one card draws, which is, I'm just so excited about. I can't wait to teach you. So I'll be back at the end of the month. Try and apply yourself as much as you can. Don't be hard on yourself. If you miss a day, just do both questions and pull both cards. Don't be hard on yourself. The most important thing is that you keep going, knowing that next month, just a sec and I'll show you, next month in September, we've got a positive vibes topic. And then October, we've got a Modern Witch challenge. And then December, we've got Tarot or Oracle, choose your challenge. And then we go all the way around to do our yearly summary once we finish doing all of January and working all our way through the year. So that's my training for today. I hope it's helpful to you. I can't wait to add all these up and show you the magic of what we're going to do next. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.